Let's explore some handy shortcuts to simplify electrical calculations. Firstly, instead of dividing by voltage to find current, consider multiplying by the voltage reciprocal. To find the reciprocal of any number, simply divide 1 by that number. For instance, if you're working with a 75 kilowatt transformer operating at 240 volts and need to determine its load capacity in amps, the conventional method involves dividing 75,000 by 240. However, a quicker approach is to multiply 75,000 by the reciprocal of 240, which is approximately 0.41666. This multiplication yields approximately 312 amps, offering a more straightforward calculation. Let's solidify this concept with examples. To find the reciprocal of 120 volts, divide 1 by 120, resulting in approximately 0.833. Similarly, the reciprocal of 240 volts is approximately 0.416. For 277 volts it's approximately 0.361, and for 480 volts it's around 0.208. Keeping a list of these reciprocals readily available can significantly expedite current calculations. Secondly, let's examine a shortcut for determining power dissipation at different voltages, assuming the resistance of the electrical component remains constant. The standard method involves multiple steps. Firstly, calculating the initial current by dividing the initial power by the initial voltage. Then, determining the resistance by dividing the initial voltage by the calculated current. Next, finding the new current at the new voltage by dividing the new voltage by the resistance. Finally, calculating the new power by multiplying the new current by the new voltage. A more direct approach involves a single multiplication. Multiply the original wattage by a specific ratio that corresponds to the voltage change. For example, consider an electrical heater dissipating 2000 watts at 208 volts. If you want to know its power dissipation at 240 volts, simply multiply 2000 watts by the ratio 1.333. This calculation results in approximately 2666 watts. It's important to note that the ratio 1.333 is specifically applicable for conversions between 208 volts and 240 volts. Here are some practical ratios for common voltage conversions. Firstly, when converting from 120 volts to 130 volts, use a ratio of approximately 1.17. Secondly, for converting from 208 volts to 240 volts, use a ratio of approximately 1.333. Thirdly, when converting from 240 volts to 277 volts, use a ratio of approximately 1.332. You can also reverse this process by dividing to find the power dissipation at a low voltage. For example, if you have a 120 volt, 100 watt light bulb and want to estimate its power dissipation at 130 volts, divide 100 watts by the ratio 1.17. This gives you approximately 85 watts. To summarize, these shortcuts offer efficient alternatives to traditional electrical calculations. Remember to use the appropriate ratios for accurate voltage conversions. Always prioritize safety and accuracy in your electrical work and consult relevant codes and regulations as needed.